So the problem is in modern society, people have decided they're going to pervert the rule and violate the original covenant, which means anything they do doesn't count. They make you think they've done something to you. It's not legal. It doesn't bind. And it doesn't bind for a simple reason. As I explained previously, when you make a declaration that you want to clean up and you don't want to be an alcoholic anymore, or you want to do something different with your life, and God, trying to make you a better person, goes ahead and challenges you to give you a personal triumph should you pass that test and promote you through your strength. These people believe that they can put a joint on the ground, use technology to whisper in your ear, and force you basically to do it. I mean, even the mass shooting programs in the United States of America are a group of rogue social engineering groups through the Catholic Church, the Vatican, the Freemasons, rogue Freemasons. These are blackballed people that were blackballed by the Grand Architect, myself, that are acting way outside of the bounds of the covenant. It's completely illegal and it's non-binding. What they're trying to do is gather foot soldiers for their movement. These people don't want to fucking fight a fight themselves because they're cowards, they're pussies, they're bullies who will never get in a fight themselves. They're scared, they hide, they hide in a basement. They're cowards. So what they want to do is, they know that they can't do anything binding to you, telling you, oh, you sold your soul. It's all bullshit. They know it, especially since they're using means to influence the person's actions and behavior. But what they want of you is control. And they can get control over you by making you believe that they can do this to you, which they can't. God's telling you they can't. It's a violation of the covenant. They're using technology and influencing, which is completely illegal. Influencing was simply presenting a choice in order to promote the person to higher levels of glory and strength and wisdom, and to show that they can overcome any challenges they set themselves. When you declare you don't want to drink anymore, or you don't want to smoke crack anymore, or dope, or you're setting a challenge for yourself that God tries to help you pass. It was never a devil thing. Devil is L-I-V-E-D, lived. It was never meant to make you steal your soul or fucking whatever you think temptation was. There's a chance to promote you through strength, virtue, authenticity, of that you can make a statement and that you can accomplish it and move to the next level. But basically, back to the foot soldier thing, these people are doing this stuff and they're tricking people. I mean, they have a program through Bluebeam where they get you to think you sold your soul to the devil. They push a fake deal on you, and they'll use your own voice. The towers, they can push words with your voice through your head and make you think you're saying this. I'm telling you, you're not. They're using a keyboard. If you make a phone call, they record everything you say, and then they can rearrange your sentences so they can use your own words against you. They can type on a keyboard and make it say anything they want. And it's all, if they do this now, the Bluebeam program, they'll put a spider on your penis, which is really a hologram, but then they'll electrocute around the area to make it feel like there's a real spider. Trust me, it's a hologram, it's fake. It was used at Camp X-Ray, otherwise known as Guantanamo Bay, and I'm giving you that on DECLX1. It was used on Khalid Sheikh Mohammed to appear to him and say, my name is Allah, I want you to work with the Americans and cooperate. If there's going to be any attacks on civilians who are not in the theater of war, we need you to disclose the information, etc., etc. That's the same program they're using to do this. Basically, and their end game is to have you fight their war for them, because they're cowards. They don't want to lift a finger. They want to get you wound up thinking that they have your soul and that they have power over you, so that you go out, and there's no such thing as a soul. We all share one energy field. You can't, the word inalienable means unable to be taken away or given away from the possessor, and you are the possessor, and it's really not a soul, it's an energy field. And we all share it. We're all that same energy. The tree's that energy, the sky's that energy, the ground, your bus, your car, your life, your house, your whatever, the dog. We all share. You can't transfer it. You can't steal. We're unlimited energy. We're not a limited thing. We have unlimited energy as far as that's concerned. You can drain your trust accounts, which would kill this incarnation, but life itself is unlimited energy. It's just you constraining yourself and limiting yourself. But back to the point of, they want to use you to fight their war for them. So they trick you into thinking that they're the ones in control, that they're that you sold your soul and all this crap, so that you go out and fight their war. And they also raise straw men. They want you to blame the CIA. They want you to blame the FBI, the military, people that'll go after these cocksuckers and arrest them because they're violating laws. And the best part is, some of this is a profiling operation to catch these people. They were investigated. There's RICO cases pending right now against all kinds of people within the government and outside groups, special interest groups, i.e. religious organizations, civic organizations, things within the community. But basically, these people have infiltrated just about everything that they possibly can, and they're using the technology to get people to fight their war and to attack the government and parts of the government. The government itself as a whole is just meant to make sure the roads get paved and the schools are funded and stupid shit like this. It isn't something that was meant to ever be an overbearing burden on your life. It's these stupid assholes that think they can social engineer and do all this crap that are doing it. But back to the original nature of the story of the influencing. That's being done particularly just to make you become the foot soldier and fight whatever straw man they want to wind you up. These people use what's called selective assassination techniques, which would be they'll torture you remotely with these towers, and then they'll tell you it's Tom Brady doing it, or the man in the moon doing it, or whoever that they want to make you go after. Because if they get you to believe, and they'll use Brady's voice or whoever's voice so that maybe you direct your rage at them, and it could be someone who's just pissing them off right now, or that they want to make sure you attack them. If you attack anyone, go directly to the source. These are people in your town government, your local government, civic organizations, religious organizations. I mean, if you want to direct anger anyway, direct it back at the source. Don't let them tell you who's attacking you, because that's clever. It's the same thing as turning you into a foot soldier. They're just trying to weaponize you towards another one of their enemies and kill two birds with one stone. These people are complete shill scumbags, losers. They've already lost. This world was created already. And so wasn't the next one. And we're at the end, and they know it. That's why they're violating the covenant right now, because they know nothing they can do is binding. No one that they think they're getting to work for them even works for them. And they know it at the end. The accounts will be cleared and balanced, and they know they didn't accomplish anything. But they're desperate. They're scared. They're afraid. They're on their heels. These people are hiding and lashing out however they can. I mean, they're fucking vilely scared. The cops that are doing this won't even leave the police station. You could tell who they are, because all they do is enter it and then leave it. So I mean, it's obvious, how afraid they are, because they know they're at the end of the fourth world. It is what it is, and they're to the point now where they're not respecting the covenant. They're actively trying to influence you in ways that don't count to God. I don't allow or recognize you violating someone's free will and making them whispering in their ear, forcefully making them do it. The mass shooting programs work. These towers, the Gwen towers, they can electrocute the rage centers in your brain. And what they do is they'll overstimulate your rage center. They've brain mapped you to the point where they know what part of the brain is responsible for pleasure, pain, anger. What they're doing is they're electrically overloading your rage center, and you'll snap and you'll hurt either yourself, someone else. When they want to weaponize you, they do that. But be aware of it. Know they're doing it. No, when you see yourself getting worked up, to stop, because they're fucking trying to pull the strings remotely, which is completely illegal, and they're going to pay the ultimate price for it. So no, and they'll also try to direct your anger. If they get you going on that, they're going to be like, go kill this person, go kill this person, go kill this person, because that's all they have left, is sitting here like fools, and none of it's binding. I mean, fucking the immortal God is here on earth right now. Nobody can kill me. Nobody could if they wanted to. We're going into the fifth world. It's already been created. I'm not creating anything right now. I'm sitting back and watching as what goes on, because all your quarantine nonsense is about is keeping these people away from public locations where they might burst into flames and burn the fucking place down. A mass spectrum of heat creates an inferno. So if we can limit how many people are in one place, that ultimately goes a long way towards burning. So I mean, that should be a good understanding of the whole corona situation as well. I mean, don't let that get you going. But these mass shooting programs, should be a serious wake-up call for humanity, because the people are really psychopaths, and they know that nothing's binding anyone in Hollywood or anywhere else that's been attacked and tricked into thinking you sold your soul or anything like that. God doesn't recognize it. I'm X1, I'm X. I don't recognize what they've done. They're using technology to remotely and overtly control you. Your trust accounts are still safe. I will still give them to you, but you need to wake the fuck up and stand the fuck up and speak your mind. Me going public and speaking should be a domino that falls for everybody, because what they're doing right now is completely illegal, and they're gonna burn over it. So they know that, and they know the desperation as we draw closer to the day 2021. Before that we hit 2021, this will be over with. And that's why they're so desperate. They're on their heels. They're hiding. The members of the government who have infiltrated, the cops are no longer cops. They have a uniform on, and you're a police officer in the United States. Your badge is tested daily. The moment you cross the line to a criminal, you don't have the protections awarded by that uniform any longer. We are not going to protect criminal, corrupt police officers. Once you violate and cross the line, that badge means nothing. No court of law, so help me God, will fucking prosecute someone for hitting a corrupt cop. If you know a cop's dirty, if he stole money from you, if he's a piece of shit, don't treat him like a cop. Treat him like a scumbag criminal thief and beat the fuck out of him. The moment that scumbag crossed the line and robbed you, violated your rights, or did something wrong, he's not protected by my judges anymore. The judges work for God. The government works for God. It doesn't work for corrupt politicians and corrupt police officers. Their day of reckoning is here, and it's going to come at them harder and faster than they have ever fucking felt. And the fire that awaits them is the most miserable thing that's ever existed. It's every misery this planet's ever felt. And I assure you, Earth is feeling plenty of misery and has felt in the past. And it's balancing out. Actually, Earth is abundantly joyful right now, minus these weirdos that are lashing out in the corner that got spanked like bad little children. I mean, it's ironic that they think that talking to people and acting like that matter. Talk is cheap, asshole. That's all you can do is sit in a fucking basement and lash out at people. Like, come on, man. You're not even strong. You're weak. You're pathetic. You're trying to wind up fucking kids and fucking pedophiles to go fight a war for you. That's how pathetic you are. You have an army of pedophiles. Well, fucking that's scary, man. They got an army of pedophiles, man. I got an army of 1% revolutionary bikers funded by the goddamn Department of Defense as a revolutionary guard against law enforcement if it ever became corrupt in this country. God has more programs for continuity of this way of life and our freedoms than you could ever understand. There's layers upon layers upon layers in that onion that is called Homeland Security. And in Homeland Security, there's units that you don't even know exist in the FBI where they honeypot pedophiles when they're released from prison, and they go up and they install tracking software, they put keyloggers on their computers, and they profile them to make sure they're not a continued threat to our children and our families. Get over the head trip of the straw man they're creating about the FBI, the CIA, any tandem of the alphabet soup, or any branch of our government. There's people who infiltrate who are trash, that somehow slip through the cracks, but that's not just in the government or the police force or anything else. And don't get me wrong when I tell you to go after corrupt cops. There's good cops that if they follow the rules, they are fully protected by God, and I will not let anything happen to them. And if you go after them, you will fucking pay the full penalty of the law. But cops that violate that law, that they swear to uphold and protect, including the Constitution of the United States of America, have no protections from this country, from this government, or from the force of judges that work for X. You will be fucking hunted down and prosecuted. Internal Affairs is working a case against you, a RICO case, as you speak. It is what it is. Don't be bullied. Don't let tyrants fuck with you. They're using technology that's completely illegal, making them war criminals and wanted for crimes against humanity internationally. The stuff they're being allowed, even coronavirus, we're letting them do certain stuff in the building of our RICO case. The Medicare fraud going on. We're watching and recording and to charge them with. These people have more charges levied against them than fucking John Gotti or Al Capone. I mean, this is fucking truly amazing how stupid and desperate these people have become. The level of desperation, I've never seen anything, which shows how defeated they are. They know God's here. They're fucked, and they know it. So it's truly an amazing time to be alive. And don't let them push you around. Don't let them wind you up, because that's all they're doing. You can't sell your soul. You don't have one. God is coming from God. It is what the fuck it is. So believe what you want to believe, and hear what you want to hear, but don't fall for that shit. You have trust accounts, and all you have to do is believe in the goodness of humanity, and that your heart creates currency that keeps you alive, animates your body, and that if you come up with an idea, you ever had an experience where you thought about something like a business or an idea, and then a week later you saw the product being made? That's because God heard you think and knew you didn't have the means to make it happen, or that you weren't gonna, and put proprietary. That shit gets created, and every time someone enjoys it, money goes in your account. These people have no clue what they're giving up. And not only that, the ones who are pulling the strings, your trust accounts count for every life you lived in the fourth world. Reincarnation is real. You can be reborn. You buy in with your accounts. You have money stored up. You create a body. I created the template of a body. The reason it says you're creating the image and likeness of God is because God created the first body and then said, okay, now any of you can buy a body, you design it, here's how you use it. It's like playing NHL or something on Xbox and designing a body. It's literally the same system. It's just an exportation from buying a life. But every life you live is attached to your trust account. So if you were fucking Thomas Jefferson one life and you decided to be the scumbag this one, you're going to lose that Thomas Jefferson life. I mean, it is what it is, and it's more the proprietary agreements and arrangements that are tied to set accounts. So I mean, it is what it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful time to be alive, because we're so close to the precipice in the event at this point in time, and you can see it. If you go offshore on a boat, the skies are all pink. The clouds they're putting in the sky to cover up all the pink light that's up there, all the light going into humanity and helping burn off all the negativity in the crap that's in them. And rise them and evolve them into the 100% patent design. We're in the 7th dimension right now. Front, back, left, right, up, down, and the space in the middle. It is what it is. 7. You're in the 7th dimension. Then your brain used to be limited to 7% because there was still all kinds of confliction and anger and rage. And as you evolve, you go to the 100%. We're going to the 100% brain. You're not going to be limited to 7% anymore. That's what's occurring on Earth right now. So don't fall for these people who are influencing, because it's not recognized under the covenant. There's a strict code or ethos of what's generally allowed, and influencing people really was created by God as a way to promote them. Because if someone had been actively being an alcoholic and they said, well, I want to better my life, I don't want to drink, and they declare that, it has to be declared. You have to make a declaration, a statement, a declaration of intent or intention. And that declaration of intention, then I can help you be bettered through, because you've declared your will to me, or your intention to stop drinking. So the next time you're at a party, I might have people try to come up and drink in front of you. It might, and typically it would just be coming up, cracking a beer in front of you and drinking it, so that you could see how strong yourself could be, your self-control. And it was a way to promote you, because if you had that victory that day, it would be the beginning of a list and chain of victories to follow. And it would be a way to promote you to a higher level in your strength, to increase your virtue, your strength. These are things that count into your next life. When you create a body, the strength you earned in one lifetime carries over on how high your strength bar can be in the next lifetime, and the next lifetime, and the next lifetime. So all that was ever for was a way to promote somebody. It isn't to try to steal their soul. These people are fucking weirdos, dude. They're going to truly have lived, devil, lived, never live again. So, you know, it's disgusting that with the information out there that they still can't wake up. You know, you get told the truth and you choose the lie, you almost deserve what's coming. So that's it.